The tax holiday for Mama Mboga. What personal interest does Raila have in it? When we talk about shared prosperity, we are talking about the coming generation where some people are saying that instead of giving our children the opportunities to discover their potentials, they are giving them wheelbarrows. And wheelbarrows, you know what it's used for. It's for carrying takataka. What these people are saying is that they are casting your children. You spend so much taking your children to school. Then somebody decides that they must be hustlers. This is a curse to somebody's child. And then your own children, we know where they are. Why don't you give them wheelbarrows? Today, I don't want to go into this because I have a team of experts here. But before I call them, I want to recognize them. We have the Vice Chair, Madam Christine Lemaine. We have Deputy Treasurer, Madam and Honorable Hilda Sianga. Others are on the way. We also have speakers of various assemblies. Could you please just stand and wave? Thank you very much. Now it is my pleasure to invite Professor Ben Sihanya. Ben Sihanya is a former dean of the School of Law at the University of Nairobi, and hopefully is again going to be the next dean in a few days at the same university. Ben was the co-chair of the team of experts dealing with the Constitution. He's a constitutional lawyer and with a wealth of experience. So Ben, karibu, take us in detail but simplified form what is in the BBI, so that we can
So as I've been introduced fully and in a very nice way by Mr. Durongwen, my name is Ben Sihanya, and I was co-chair with Mr. Thomas Sharia. We worked very well. We used, and also with the Simeha, Mr. Simeha here. Of course, we were answerable to the steering committee, which included Professor Adam Solo, Honorable Yusuf Haji, and others. And we worked very, very well, including Ms. Dorothy Jemato, among others. So let me be brief. BBI is about 4 main documents. Number one is the BBI report of 2019, in which Kenyans said what they want. And they went throughout the country, and Professor Adam Solo can say more about that. What do they want? And they wanted fundamental changes following the handshake and between Your Excellency, I need to have recognized you earlier, Your Excellency and MCS. And then secondly, BBI 2020 report, which was received by the two principals in Kisii and then launched at Bomas. Yes. And as Mr. Simea likes saying, the two are equally important and mutually reinforcing. On the basis of legislative in parliament, National Assembly Senate, the a policy can be dealt with by the executive and by the houses, and the administrative can be dealt with by the executive, and a lot of them are very good promises which, if implemented, things will move quite fast. So I'll just want is at chapter 12 of Article 201 is to help strengthen devolution by ensuring greater efficiency in the way we expect the devolution laws are to help ensure that we promote and strengthen consultation and cooperation between the two levels of government, because that has been weak. That is both constitutional and is in the statute called International Intergovernmental Relations Act, in terms of facilitating intergovernmental relations. Those can be strengthened as we move forward, horizontally and vertically. Then there is the issue of county executive committees at Article 179 to make county governors more accountable to their respective. That has not been clear. It was discovered that the president and the national executive are bound to be more accountable to the National Assembly and Senate. But the governors were not clearly constitutionally required to be the Bill of Rights. And within 3 years, here Kenya is changing the constitution in 11 years, 10, 11 years. Americans changed it within 3 years. And they made fundamental changes because there's something that they realized that they had not covered. So this issue of governor accountability to county assembly, MCAs and county assemblies is very important. In Article 177, so but I'm citing this because among us propagandists just talk generally in condemning BBI, they don't quote clauses. What was verses and clauses? So Article 177 is telling us that we are going to change the formula on how to. So you will find a party that has been second in terms of the seats, but then it will have right to nominate somebody because of the votes. Maybe it's been losing the seats by 1 vote. If you have been losing seats by 1 vote, the loser loses everything. It's the winner that gets everything, and that's unfair. So it will be based on the votes won by the political party. And then, of course, the issue of special top-up seats will expire after 10 years. Basically, this is about limitation period for affirmative action. Many times, lawyers say that affirmative action, positive discrimination, affirmative action should have a time limit. It should not be forever. Goodwill or pleasure to increase it beyond 15. I have heard some people say that you don't need an amendment. A minimum 15 means that it can be higher. But here, if you put it 35, it means that the least they can give is 35. They can't give 34. And if they give 34, you can go to court and you can go to the relevant. We are many interested, and you will notice that whatever 2010 gave us, many of them have been litigated and have given us strength. So it's very important to write it in the Constitution the way it is. Article 203 is also to help reduce graft. We reduce wastage, which we all acknowledge. That while the national government has been a sinner in terms of wastage and graft, the county government sometimes have also devolved this, and this needs to be resolved and dealt with. Then there has been a lot of debate which Professor Law and Mr. Simeha will deal with, that there is increased debate on policy. It's only in the first year that there was something done, something and little money that went here and there. And so we have lost basically what you could call 10, almost 11 years in the equalization fund. So there was need to say that no, instead of its expired